So I was asked to make a video today about loneliness, social interaction, organization, planning, and physical appearance. Being that it's so many topics, I'm going to only talk about loneliness and social interaction today, but they will come in the future eventually. Um, so, about loneliness and social interaction. By the way, I connected these two because, in a way, they are intrinsically connected. Um, yeah, I like being alone. On the topic of course, there's a difference between liking being alone and loneliness in general. If you like being alone, that's fine. If you feel lonely, then you need company, which is completely different. Um, Obviously loneliness is in itself, I guess, an harmful thing, and it's not something that anyone really wants, I guess. Um, by the way, there is no question on this. It's not like what do you think about loneliness or what can you do to improve feeling lonely. So I'm going to try to answer this in any possibility that you may have posted this question. Um, yeah, if you feel lonely, then yeah. And if you are an INTP, go outside, go do something. You probably have friends, so talk to them. Start making kind of a schedule with them, like go out for a drink, like once a week or twice, whatever. Go take a walk at night with that person if you want to, or with those people, of course. Um, Talk to other people on like Discord servers. There are a few cool Discord servers that can keep you entertained if you feel lonely. There are a few like um, Love Who is one. Um, you have probably Frank James. I don't know if he has a Discord server, but quite probably. There are a few mbti Discord servers that are cool to hang around and just talk nonsense. It's kind of funny actually. So yeah, if you are lonely, you are an INTP. I get it. Like yeah, sometimes it happens. Um, just try to go outside, like I said. Try to hang around with someone. Try to convince those people like, let's go play snooker. Let's go skating. Let's go for a walk. Let's go for a drink. Something. Um, if you really are lonely, like to the point of being really in angst, like really upset about it, then maybe company will not really help you. Maybe you really need like a therapist or something, someone to talk to. But yeah, hang around with your friends if you have some. I mean, if not, then make friends. I guess it's something that is kind of underrated actually. Um, but yeah, loneliness is a obviously by the very definition of the word a bad thing to be in, um, and a bad feeling. So take care of yourself, like get friends, go play snooker, something. Um, Now a less dark subject, social interaction. Um, Again, it doesn't really have a question. I'm not sure if you want me to talk about what do I think about social interaction or what do I do about it, if I avoid it, if not. So again, I have to be very broad in my response. I mean, social interaction. Um, I I don't despise social interaction. Um, for example, I hate small talk, obviously. But I spent maybe like 3 hours yesterday talking about religion and the Quran, the Hadiths, the Sirah, the Bible, the Apostles, the history of the Catholic Church, religion as a whole. I guess you can put it all together. Um, with a friend of my mom's, which is a history teacher, and I was unaware that he was an atheist too. It was really fun. It was a lot of fun. He knows a lot more than I do, and a lot more than I expected. So I like talking to people that can teach me something because I am very unaware of my um, ignorance, I guess. I do everything I can to correct it. I read books about history and about the topics that I like about science. I talk about physics with an INTJ friend of mine that is in physics, and sometimes we talk about it, and it's cool. I like to talk about topics like politics, history, religion, science, um, philosophy, physics, mathematics, biology, chemistry, um, cosmology, anything that I. It may seem like I have a lot of topics of interest, but if you think about it, only a very few percentage of people actually either know how to talk about this, have any knowledge at all about physics or religion or philosophy, or even cares about talking about this. So these are, even though I have many topics of interest, they're all very specific. So it's not like I like football, which 99% of people do. It was like a problem that I had in high school was that everybody my age was obsessed with football. It was like you would go to school and start listening about football at like 9 a.m. and they would talk about football and like, oh, this player went to Manchester United and he went for like 20 million or whatever the fuck. And I was like, yeah, that's cool, but why should I care about that? Um, so yeah, my topics of interest are not really the common topic of interest, I guess you can say that. So my social interactions, like, I have to endure them more often, I guess, than other people have to, because pretty much everything is small talk to me. Um, just not a very specific hand of topics, like I said. So yeah, but by the way, um, I don't dislike like social interaction per se. Um, if, like I said, if the person is interesting, I don't mind being quiet like 1 hour, just listening to the person regurgitate matter, regurgitate information for me to process, for me to do research later. Because if I trust someone, if I trust the knowledge of someone, which is something that I am very skeptical about, even when I'm talking to people, I'm very skeptical about the knowledge that the other person has about the topic. If I'm talking like to a friend of mine in college about like physics, and they start with stuff that I think it's very vague, and that I can see that they're not very confident about what they're talking about, I will be listening, but I will be like with a step back. I will always think that they're talking with a grain of salt in it, putting like their own expectations rather than what reality is. Um, Something good about this person that I was talking about, this history teacher, is that he's an history teacher. He's qualified to talk about this, to talk about the history of the Catholic Church. That was the topics that we were talking about the religion and about Quran and Islam and Muslims and Christians and the Trinity and all that stuff. It was a lot of fun, and we spent like I don't know, in 2 days, maybe like 5 hours talking about religion. And it was very interesting, and I certainly learned a lot from this person. So I don't really have a problem with people if they have something interesting to teach me. Um, I feel like most of the times I'm the one teaching them, which annoys me, and I'm not trying to be like full of myself or how you want to. I'm not being convinced of myself. I'm not like bragging or anything. No, I feel that in a way, like I'm kind of weird for my age, I guess. I don't know a lot of people that like studying philosophy like I do, or religion, or history, or physics. So when it comes to these topics, sometimes I think I know a bit more than the person that is talking about them. Of course, if it's a friend of mine, if it's a teacher, then obviously not. Um, so yeah, it was cool to find someone that could teach me something. Um, because, like I said, I am very, or I try to be very aware of my own ignorance, and this is one of the problems that I have. That is, I have been asked for this channel to talk about like what's your position on euthanasia, for example, and on abortion, and on contraceptives, and on pornography. And I'm like, these are so interesting topics, but the amount of research that I would have to do just for one would be insane. Because I don't like to talk about things that I can't prove, that I can't first prove, and second that I can't know, that I don't know enough. I like to have a very solid basis of knowledge first. Only then will I talk about something. Um, this is one of the reasons why so far I haven't made any really controversial video about either religion or politics or anything else. It's because I'm still learning, I'm still studying, and I don't yet feel confident enough to talk about them. But this really has nothing to do with social interaction. So yeah, I think concluding it is I will gladly talk with anyone as long as it's not small talk, as long as you have something to teach me, as long as I'm not the one always trying to have to keep the conversation going, because I'm really bad at that. Um, and yeah, I don't mind being silent 1 or 2 hours just listening to someone, as long as that person is interested. And as long as that person has something valuable to share with me, because knowledge is very valuable, I think. So yeah, this was my little rant about my own ignorance and about other people ignorance. So yeah, thanks.